Welcome back to another dev blog. Again, this week, not too many changes because, again, I was working on getting the code ready to put online, and it is online. So if you look at the news, here we go. On the 14th, which as of the posting of this would have been, what, 3 days ago? 2 days ago? Code is online, notabug.org/NathanS21/epic. It's also linked on the server page for the Epic server, obviously. Currently, there are 21 open issues, 21, 22, somewhere around there. Most of those I just copied over from my to-do list of things that were reported on the Discord, but obviously, as it's now online and available to everybody, feel free if you do code, feel free to fork it and work on some of those issues, or if there's other issues, you can post the issues there as well. So yeah, that's done. Another thing, let's head over to the mall. To the mall we go. The signs have been changed. Now I think, yeah, see, I placed this sign because this is not inside of the hall. So yeah, there was a small, oh, I think that's what the issue was. No, that one doesn't let me change it. That one does. Okay, well, so there was some kind of an issue where you could take stuff from people's, actually there's one over here that's, and this actually may not hold true because I have protection bypass, which I don't know if it, Noise. All right, so this is working now. Only the person that places it has the ability to either change the item displayed on it or change the text. So that was requested. I don't know by whom, but that has been implemented and fixed. And then honestly, the only other change worth mentioning, actually I'll mention this one as well because this isn't going to make it into the notes because it's so small. Cornstarch is craftable. It won't work right now because the server hasn't restarted yet, but in the mortar and pestle, if you put corn on the cob in there, you will be able to get a bowl of cornstarch, which will let you make Turkish delight. So that'll be possible after the next server restart, which should happen before this video goes live, I would think. And then the only other thing, I did some more back-end cleaning. Oh, I should point this out. Just so nobody's completely caught off guard. The charcoal mod didn't have a license, or if it did, it wasn't a valid license. I forget which. So I pretty much recoded it and made some new textures. So the charcoal lump is now this, and the charcoal block is this texture needs some cleaning up of some of these lighter pixels around the border of it yet. But that has been changed, so it now has proper licensing. Then the only other thing that I think of is all of the stations. It should be all of the stations. Actually, I should do it this way because this will get me all the stations. All the stations should have locked variants now. So the dye station didn't have a locked variant before, so that's been added. The stain station has a locked variant, and the weaving loom has a locked variant. So those three were added. And you can also, oh yeah, because it'll turn back to nothing. So you can craft all of the locked stations as before back to the unlocked, and you lose your lock. And you can craft any of the unlocked to the locked by adding a lock. No big surprises there. So that has been added. Oh, I can eat the corn on the cob. That's cool. Oh. This is not anything I have done, but it has potential. We shall see. The hat. The hat is a doesn't it say someplace here? It's a newspaper. It doesn't actually say anything about it, does it? Gossip submissions. New submissions. Oh, there's a chest. Is that a chest? I think that's a chest. Or maybe it's not. I don't know, whatever the case. It is a newspaper that, as we can see here, owner -2 - is putting together. It's got this nice little, well, I don't know what you call a newspaper station place building thing. I'm sure there's some kind of a name for them. Yeah, I don't know what you would call it, but whatever it is, it's a very nice build too, I might mention. I believe there's going to be a newspaper, like a weekly thing or something. I don't know. We have news contributions and we have gossip contributions, which are anonymous. You can read a little more about here. 1 to 5 paragraphs of juicy gossip and 1 to 2 paragraphs of news, blah, 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 all of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. So if you want to submit to the newspaper, you can. I'm not entirely sure as of now how this is going to be distributed. Because, yeah, I don't know. I did tell him if he needed anything special coded, let me know, and we would figure it out. So maybe, what do they call those little? It's not technically a vending machine, though. That would be cool because we do have, or I guess you could just use the smart shops too. But we have the gold coins. You could use it 1 coin to get a paper. But smart shops, I guess, would do that as well. I don't know, like, if he's just going to do it in books or what exactly the plan is. But there's none yet because it's just started. But that's one bit of news. That there will be other news. And I think honestly that is it. I think. As far as everything else goes with the transition, it should all be working just fine. The code, like I said, is online. I turned, what I was doing before is I had all of the mods in the world mod folder on the server, which worked just fine, absolutely no issues. But I turned it into a game. So now there is a game for Minetest called Epic, which is what's linked. And you can just download that, throw it into the games directory on your computer, and then launch Minetest and you can play the game, and you'll pretty much have the exact same experience as the server here. No other mods needed. And I say mostly exactly the same experience because there are a handful of mods that I don't have included in the game. There's really not anything to show in inventory to show that. World Edit's not included in the game because I didn't make any changes to that. And I don't plan on making any changes to because I don't understand the code at all. I've never looked at the code either, to be quite honest, but I'm not planning on changing that. S-Band is not included because if you're playing single player, obviously there's no point in having that. The Discord bridge isn't included because, again, if you're playing in single player, there's no point in having that. And even if you were going to use it as a server, unless you're hooking up a Discord bridge, there's really no point in having it. And I'm pretty sure I didn't make any changes to the Discord bridge. I don't remember the chat command to... Ooh, that's one other thing I have to mention. The chat command to enable or disable the Discord bridge per player. I don't remember if that's done in the Discord mod or not. It probably is, but that's not included either. Oh wait. Oh yeah, no, I remember. So there used to be this little cheat you could do, which you can't do anymore, which is why I'm mentioning it now. If you went to... I think it's nope. Help spawn maybe? Yeah, here we go. So if you went to help spawn, which I think you can pull the screen up without interacts, instead of saying interact here, it actually just gave you the command to get interact. So when we had, what was it, I don't know, square pizzas or whatever the first code was, I change them occasionally. It literally said the interact keyword right there. So it's been changed now. You do the command, and this says it on the website, and none of you care because you already all have interact, but now there's an interact command, and you have to include the keyword after it. So yeah, now you can't cheat and see what it is. So if you're trying to cheat for other players who have just joined and trying to see what the keyword is so you can message them, which I'm sure none of you would ever do, you can't because it doesn't show anymore. So yeah, that's cool. I believe that is it as far as any changes go. Like I said, pretty much everything else should have stayed the same with the migration over to a game instead of the individual mods in the world mod folder. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Again, I will just plug that the code is online, so if there's some bug that you know how to fix or you want to try fixing, check it out, fork the code, or download the code and send me the fixed code if you don't want to create a not a bug account, I guess. Oh, and before anybody asks, I'm sure some people, well, why didn't you put it on GitHub? Oops. I didn't put it on GitHub because MS owns GitHub. And I hate MS. I detest MS. They're a horrible, horrible, horrible company. And they make horrible, horrible software. So, yes, that is why I did not put it on GitHub. Because I don't like the company that owns GitHub. And that's all there is to it. That is going to wrap this dev blog up. So thanks for watching. Tune in next week for another. If you want to join the server, the info is all down in the video description. And tune in next week for another episode, and I will see you then.